Um, all right, I want to talk about something that happened as a result of Tucker getting fired from Fox News. It's a story that I think deserves a little more attention than it's getting. So let's talk about it. And also, let's talk about my t shirt design right here. I think it's pretty cool. I'm going to start selling t shirts in a little bit, but in the meantime, let's get to the story. Hello, everyone. This is Keith. Welcome to the Ghetto Sapien channel, your home of inner city intelligence. So the story I want to talk about that was ginned up because of it's a result of Tucker getting fired. A lot of people are coming out of the woodworks and showing their true colors. And this goes beyond the regular politicians that have shown their utter disdain for the First Amendment, like AOC, who is saying that what Tucker said incited violence, which should have been met with some sort of federal response, only response to speech that incites violence, is 5 years in jail. So she's more or less suggesting Tucker should be locked up. Chuck Schumer went to the floor of the Senate saying that this is in response to January 6th reporting that Tucker did, that he should be stopped, that Rupert Murdoch needs to stop him from, making them feel uncomfortable with their January 6th version. They don't like to see any pushback. They don't like to see debate. They don't like to see Americans having access to information they don't approve of. So Chuck Schumer was also stepping all over the First Amendment. And Matt Taibbi felt a little bit of it too when he was in front of Congress talking about the Twitter files and how the FBI and big tech conspired to squash people's First Amendment rights. For his trouble, he was threatened with arrest by a Democrat politician and had a visit from the IRS that came by just to see how he was doing at his house. So none of that is surprising anymore because we're in a post-constitutional world right now, but this should surprise everybody. We have a military who has come out and given their unsolicited opinion of the Tucker, of what's going on with Tucker. So here it is. Good riddance, Pentagon officials cheer Tucker Carlson's ouster. That should send a chill up everyone's spine. Look, this country's not going to be able to run much longer if we don't have an apolitical military. Polls showed, I think even up until 2018, that the military was the most trusted institution in America, if not at least at least one that's run by the government. I don't know how long that's going to last. The military is supposed to be civilian run, civilian led, and the only way it could work again is if they're apolitical. They can't pick sides. This is picking sides blatantly. I'll read a little more of the article. The former Fox host ridiculed top DoD leaders over Biden-era policies. And deservedly so. Biden-era policy, especially for the military, has been a joke. From maternity flight suits, why would you need a maternity flight suit? Anyway, from maternity flight suits to diversity policies to Ukraine aid, the military was a favorite punching bag for Tucker Carlson. Now he's off the air, some Pentagon officials are quietly cheering his departure. Carlson's criticism of Biden-era personnel policies appealed to many of the rank and file, which has a large block of conservative members. But at the upper levels of the Defense Department, news of Carlson's firing from Fox News on Monday was met with delight and outright glee in some corners. This is a quote. We're a better country without him banging on our military every night in front of hundreds of thousands of people. Actually, Tucker usually pulls in, I think about 3 million. So I'm not too impressed with this guy's ability to gauge crowds. He's supposed to be in the military. So that's kind of concerning. Anyway, said one official, DoD official, who, like the others interviewed for this story, was granted an anonymity to discuss a politically sensitive topic. Good riddance, said a second DoD official. I said, all chiming in. Asked to respond to the news that DoD officials were pleased by his departure from Fox, Carlson responded by text message. Ha, I'm sure. He declined to comment further. Yeah, I mean, what else can you say when you have an overtly biased military? It was bad enough when the IRS was biased, FBI, the Department of Justice, and it goes on and on and on. The last thing we needed was a partisan military force. That is deep in a banana republic territory right there, where we're headed towards tyranny if this keeps up. Fortunately, it's just the people at the top, but people at the top can do a lot of damage in a very powerful institution. Take the FBI, for example. I'm pretty sure a lot of the rank and file field agents are just want to do their job. They're cops. They want to just go after crime and not go after individuals. It's the people at the top who are the corrupt ones. Maybe the top 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever. The ones in DC are where the real problem is, and they've destroyed the rep of the FBI. Now, personally, I look at just about every government institution with a healthy level of skepticism, so it didn't really affect my opinion of it. But everyone shouldn't be like me. You need to be able to trust government to some degree. And with the top brass of the military showing their bias, it's not a good thing. Like I said, didn't take many at the top of the FBI to weaponize the FBI against the Democrats' opposition. So this is very, very dangerous, and I think this story needed much more attention than it was getting. The Posse Comitatus, Comitatus? I think I got it right. The Posse Comitatus Act is supposed to protect U.S. citizens from the military, so a politician can't just sick the military on American citizens, but there's an exception. That exception is Congress can make an exception to the Posse Comitatus Act if there is something called, you might not have heard this term before, insurrection. If Congress deems that there was an insurrection going on, they can sick the military on the U.S. citizenry, U.S. citizens. That's the exception. And maybe that's why they were tossing around the word insurrection so glibly for the last 2 years. Doesn't matter anyway. They're locking up just about everyone who set foot in D.C. or in Congress. Hundreds of people locked up. They're trying to get more. So it's not even like they needed the military this time. But the option's always there. So my take on this is just, I think conservatives need to be concerned. The whole country does. But I'm just saying conservatives this time because I've seen them online. They swear up and down that if crap hits the fan, the military will be on their side. You know, maybe not the FBI, not the IRS, not Food and Drug Department, Department of Transportation, but the military, we can count on them because they'll do the right thing. I don't know. Like I said, this story is not giving me the warm fuzzies. And also, I've seen how police during COVID would enforce edicts that went against, edicts from governors that went against state and federal constitution, and they just applied whatever edict the governor or the mayor called out, whether it was a rule. It wasn't even a law. It wasn't even past the legislation or whatever. Just they said shut down gyms, shut down churches, and cops just followed it. So yeah, I'm just saying, just be a little more jaded, just be a little more skeptical, a little more critical about these institutions and the people running them, because they don't give a crap about your constitutional rights. For these DoD officials to even speak to the press, knowing that this is going to get out, that should give you the creeps too, because that's a shot over the bow, letting you know where they stand. But that's my comment. What's yours? Like, share, comment, and subscribe.